Hello, my friends. If you are new, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. So it is time for another tarot journal with me video. So let's grab our journals and we're going to open up to the next space or fresh sheet. And be sure to write today's date on the page. I find this pretty helpful because I like to come back and review my journaling every once in a while. So it kind of helps me to know what was going on in my life at the time whenever I was writing that journaling. You can take some time right now to make a note of some of the things going on in your life here, especially if it's something that's got big feels associated with it or decisions are happening. This is a really good space for writing down just, a couple bullet points if you need to. So today's card is the Four of Wands. And I am using the Light Seers Tarot deck by Chris-Anne for this video because I love this deck. I love the imagery and I love the notes that she has written about the cards. This deck really resonates with me and I'm hoping that you're going to find it inspiring for your journaling today. Now, if it doesn't and you have your own favorite tarot deck, go ahead and pause the video and grab your deck and find your own version of the Four of Wands. Or if you don't like this, you can also Google it and find a different deck image that, really resonates with you. So, are you ready? Let's get started. I'd like to start by showing you the card and telling you what meanings Chris-Anne has assigned to the cards. She sticks pretty close to the traditional meanings, but she has a modern take on it that I really love. Chris-Anne offers two sets of meanings to the card, which correspond to whether the card is upright or upside down, which we also call reversed. And I'm going to read them both to you because I use both sets of meanings whenever I do my tarot journaling. I think there's a lot more insight in that. So for the upright meanings, which she calls the Light Seer, she gives us celebration, prosperity, an important event or milestone, gathering of souls, kindreds, stability in home and relationships, and sometimes signifies marriage. Now for the reversed or upside down meanings, which she calls the Shadow Seer, she gives us forgetting the importance of the simple things, getting caught up in drama, lack of harmony, and feeling disconnected. So now that we have a tiny bit of insight into the meaning of the card itself, let's start with three general questions that I like to use to get my intuitive side up and running. What stands out to you about this card? Are there colors, images, symbols, or themes going on that really grab your eye or just plain old stand out to you? What feelings or emotions come up for you when you see this card? And finally, how does this card relate to your life right now? Using what we know already about the card and what you're seeing, dig into that intuitive side and, how does it relate? What does it remind you of in your life? Now I'm going to put these questions next to the card so you can refer to them while you're journaling. And by the way, you don't have to journal for anyone else to read. So journal however you want. You want full sentences, bullet points, you want to draw, whatever works for you is awesome. I'm going to give us about 3 minutes to work on this part of our tarot journaling. You ready? Let's go. So now we've got some notes written down about the general things coming up for us when we see this card. And if you've got bells going off telling you that something you noted needs to be, journaled about more, you need to dig into it, you're welcome to go for it. Remember, this journaling is for you. So however you choose to journal and whatever you choose to journal about is exactly what you're supposed to be journaling about right now. So trust yourself. You can either pause the video now, you can spend the rest of the video journaling about it, or you can even come back to it later. Now, when I'm studying tarot cards, I like to find different questions that can take me deeper into journaling about how the card shows up in my life and just see what comes up from a more detailed exploration. So I've come up with a couple of questions that I'm going to share with you, and you're welcome to dig into one of them, two of them, all of them. It doesn't matter, whatever works for you. We're going to dig into them in this session of journaling, or you can go back, keep journaling on what came up for you in the original general questions, or you can even journal about something that you think is unrelated to the card. Although, I would argue with you that if it's come up now, it's related somehow. So the questions that I've chosen to share for this card are, where in your life are you swept up by joy? Do you feel peace and harmony? About what? Where or how do you feel disconnected? From others, from self, spiritually, emotionally, physically? What role do celebration and rest play in your life? Now again, I'm going to put these questions next to the card so you can refer to them while you're journaling. But remember, trust yourself and allow yourself to dig into it. I'm going to give us about 20 minutes to work on this part of our tarot journaling. So grab your pens again. Let's go. So that went pretty fast for me. How about you? Now, was that enough time or do we need more time? Leave a comment below if you need more time, because that'll let me plan for future videos. In the meantime, you can pause if you need more time, or you can even stick a pin in it, as they say, and come back to do more journaling later. Now, here's the funny thing. When you think you're done, I have one more set of questions for you to consider writing about. What did I learn about myself? What advice came up, if any? How do I feel about what I journaled? Are there any suggestions that I've come up with for what I should journal on next? Just taking a few quick notes about this can be really helpful for integrating any aha moments that you've had, and it can give you a whole new jumping off point for a brand new journaling session. So I'm going to give you a couple of seconds to take some notes on that. Well, that's it for today's Tarot Journal with Me session. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back in 7 to 10 days with another session and a new card for you, and I really hope that you'll join me. If you like this content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you're notified when the next one's uploaded. And of course, if you know somebody who might find this type of content helpful, please share it with them. Thank you again for spending time tarot journaling with me. Take care, and I'll see you soon.